The history of architecture in New York City is a rich tapestry that reflects the city's evolution from a modest Dutch settlement to one of the world's most iconic urban landscapes. Here's an overview of the architectural history of New York. Early colonial period 1600s. Dutch colonial style. The earliest European settlers in New York were the Dutch, who founded New Amsterdam in 1624. Architectural styles from this period include simple, practical buildings made from local materials, with features like steeply pitched roofs and brick facades. 18th century. Georgian style. With the British takeover in 1664, Georgian architecture became prominent. Buildings from this period, such as the Francis Tavern 1719, featured symmetry, classic proportions, and decorative elements inspired by classical antiquity. 19th century. Federal style late 18th to early 19th century. Marked by simple, elegant lines and modest decoration. The Federal style was popular in the post-Revolutionary War period. Notable examples include the Hamilton Grange. Greek Revival and Gothic Revival mid-19th century. Greek Revival architecture, characterized by grand columns and pediments, symbolized the young nation's democratic ideals. Gothic Revival, with its pointed arches and intricate details, was exemplified by structures like Trinity Church 1846. Cast iron architecture mid to late 19th century. The advent of cast iron allowed for the construction of buildings with ornate facades and large windows. Soho is famous for its preserved cast iron buildings, many of which were built during this period. Late 19th century. Beaux Arts and Gilded Age late 19th to early 20th century. Reflecting wealth and grandeur, Beaux Arts architecture brought opulence to New York's buildings, with structures like the New York Public Library 1911 and Grand Central Terminal 1913. Early 20th century. Skyscraper era early 20th century. Advances in steel frame construction and the elevator allowed for the creation of skyscrapers. The Flatiron Building 1902 and the Woolworth Building 1913 are iconic examples. Art Deco 1920s and 1930s, characterized by bold geometric forms and lavish ornamentation. Art Deco left a significant mark on New York with landmarks such as the Chrysler Building 1930 and the Empire State Building 1931. Mid-20th century. International style and modernism. Marking a shift towards minimalism and functionality. The international style is exemplified by buildings like the Seagram Building 1958 by Mies van der Rohe and Philip Johnson. Modernism focused on simplicity and the use of new materials and technologies. Late 20th century to present. Postmodernism 1970s to 1990s. In reaction to the starkness of modernism, postmodern architecture reintroduced ornamentation, color, and historical references. The AT&T Building, now 550 Madison Avenue by Philip Johnson, is a notable example. Contemporary architecture. Today's New York skyline is a blend of the old and new, with innovative structures like the One World Trade Center 2014 and the dynamic designs of the High Line and Hudson Yards. Sustainable design and green building practices are increasingly prevalent, reflecting global trends in architecture.